Welcome back to McLaren Media. You join me on an extremely muggy August evening, but I'm going to be showing you how to make the VQ35DE dipstick easier to read. So I'm sure for everyone out there that owns a Nissan 350z and an Infiniti G35, just to name a few, that have the VQ35DE, they'll know that it is a massive oil burner, especially at the age that they are now. Mine is 17 going on 18 years old. They do burn a hell of a lot of oil. I've heard some horror stories of a whole litre every 1,000 miles, which is just really bad. I think something else might have been wrong with that guy's car. But basically, yeah, they are massive oil burners, and the dipstick is not very easy to read. It's like Nissan made this amazing platform for a car, amazing robust engine, but then completely forgot about the dipstick, and they just sort of went, oh, we're just going to chuck it on the side. So it's not very easy to read because of that. It's almost like an afterthought. Possibly they could have been thinking about making it a digital one and not a manually serviced one like they are currently on how they came from factory. I don't know what Nissan were thinking about today, but in the end they went with a manual dipstick, and it's very, very difficult to read, especially where it's housed in the V, at the bank of the V's. So in this video I'm going to be showing you how to use a bit of 80 grit sandpaper to basically make it a hell of a lot more easy to read. So let's jump in with the video.
Start by finding the dipstick. On the 350Z it's located on the right hand side of the V next to the oil filler cap. So as you can see, the oil in my car is a little bit high, but it's better than being empty. But you can see how patchy the oil is across the dipstick, especially where the ridges are. Remove the oil using a rag and make sure it's clean. You can then see the high-low marks on the end of the dipstick. A car's oil level should always be halfway when the car is cold and level. Take the 80 grit sandpaper and start to slowly rub the metal away on both sides of the dipstick. Be careful however not to remove the high-low marks, as they are still important. Try to make the surface more rough so the oil has something to stick to. Make sure to clean the dipstick thoroughly. This is extremely important as metal filings have no place in an engine's oil pan, unless you've just sent a rod into the stratosphere, obviously. Once you've done this, it's time to test it. Return the dipstick to the engine and leave it there for a couple of seconds to make sure the car is off cold and level. Then pull out and check the reading. Now I don't know if it's made a massive difference, this is only a cheap DIY fix, but the oil has definitely stuck more evenly across both sides of the dipstick, and it isn't collecting in a massive puddle at the end of the dipstick where the bumps and ridges are. I may scratch the surface a bit more just to see if it improves things further, but for now this little fix has worked for me and the oil level is much clearer to read.
So there we go, guys, a really, really easy thing you can do to basically ease of service and just peace of mind with the VQ35DE, because like I said, they are oil burners, especially as they get older. Obviously you can fix them with like a full engine rebuild and everything like that. Obviously I've heard switching to a better oil, like there's the big debate like 5W30 over 5W40, like, so that's obviously a route you can go down. But just for a quick little thing you can do at home, literally it cost me like £5 for a roll of sandpaper, 80 grit, guys. If you want to know which one I use, I have said in the video, but just in case you didn't hear. Yeah, I think it worked okay, really. Don't expect massive results. It's not going to be like the best thing in the world. It's not going to read the best oil in the world, but I never think dipsticks are like a true reading of it. I always try and go a little bit over, because you never quite know what's going on in the whole engine. And remember, this is a huge engine, 3.5 litre. You want to make sure all the parts are lubricated really, really well, even from cold. As hot as it is right now in the United Kingdom, it does get very, very cold here, so obviously your cold starts are going to be, you're going to want to make sure your oil is always correct. So yeah, guys, I hope you liked the video. I hope you found it informative, and I hope you can do it yourself. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.